All Americans avoid gathering in groups of more than 10 people, avoid discretionary travel, and avoid eating and drinking at bars, restaurants, and public food courts.
This is a public service announcement.
No man is safe from. No man is safe from.
Defeat the virus, and we're going to have a big celebration all together.
Yo, this your boy Frank Nitt. And there's rules if you want to get in this Marvel Studios. Don't nobody get in this motherfucker. So rule number 1, don't pop your ass up. Don't bring no extra niggas. And you better be ready to write, direct, produce some hot shit, or you will not get in. Marvel Studios, nigga, you know what it is. Frank Nitt, let's go.
We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Drop a 10 more, son. You know I got tools, infinite.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
You now on that wavelength, time to sign in. As Dub Floyd and Claudius chime in on topics of comics, brought to expand the hip-hop connect with a gauntlet in hand. They got it locked in, they floss in the brand. The block to the comic shop, they cross and examine. Representation's famine and moved on the shelf, and the system is happy with the movement it's dealt. We don't wait for the sick to improve on the health, so we pull a Thanos, fine, I'll do it myself. And it'll come out extra clean, fresh for the fans like an extended scene. With the hip-hop and comic dimension, they activate you with gems they presentin'. Hand in the gauntlet, yes, we gon' flaunt it. Hip-hop marvels will bring you the rawness.
What up, y'all? It's Wordsworth, and right now you checking out Hip-Hop Marvels. You know what I'm saying? Check it out.
Nobody's safe when the dark night rises. You could quit looking for heroes dressed in disguises. The whole hooked on steroids with Gambit, he in debt still. Weapon X owes Professor X for some X pills. Mystique and Magneto at Cerebro partying. Ended up arguing with Batman and Harley Quinn. DC and Marvel, beef ain't letting up. Silver Surfer, they set him up for Aquaman to wet him up. Colossus packing metal, Thor packing hammers. Bought him from Iron Man, Luke Cage and the Slammer. Ghost Rider, after a couple of trips, got fired. Now he owed the thing a couple of bricks. It's hard to find Deadpool, a partner in crime. Did a job with Daredevil, end up robbing them blind. No crime watch, Storm cried, rain from the sky dropped. Cyclops caught getting high using eye drops. Nick Fury profile being red rights. Wonder Woman sex tape on Spider-Man's website. Not your typical story where the heroines, villains on Vicodin and the heroines on heroin.
Invading your radio station this damn summer. Embrace the invasion of Martian Manhunter, the alien rapper who fell from bright stars. I melt rappers with radioactive type bars. Scoop up super villains and slam them on cars until they admit that the black man was on Mars. I lay waste and vacate the space of my enemies and straight make a play date with Dr. Destiny. Bust it, let's discuss it or even consider the time I saw Wordsworth spit a verse at the Riddler, or Strickland kicking the helmet off of Black Manta, or Great Master Ace when he faced the Mad Hatter. Rather I gather the members of EMC in a grudge match with rough raps of 3-on-3 until the Scarecrow, Bizarro, or Lobo plus me, the LASTEMP. See, I bring the powers other heroes won't bring, and jump off towers the Batman won't swing. The flow so scary the Black Canary won't sing, and snatch the bling bling off of Sinestro's ring. Sing.
We got it live from your block to the comic shop.
Okay out there in Marvel-land, face front, this is Stan Lee speaking. You've probably never heard this before, so anything is liable to happen.
This your boy Frank Nitt, and I'm telling all y'all to subscribe to the Hip Hop Marvels podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Stitcher, and more. Go get that, y'all.
Legendary Wordsworth just stepped up, you know what I mean? After tearing the stage down.
And sitting next to him, just as here was reported, is my man from the Ville. My fellow brother from the Ville.
Uh-huh.
Dope.
Right. Word up. That's what's up, man.
What's going on, man? Vietnam vet.
That's what's up.
DJ Doug Floyd, Rick 0378. We also joined by Erv, producer extraordinaire.
Yeah. How y'all
Yes,
doing?
sir. Yeah, so, yeah, man. So, man, tore the stage down, man.
Thanks, man. Big up to Eternal for bringing me out. I got to always big up Cesar because I see him, me and him see each other super often every year because I live in Florida. He has a Florida run that he does, so I see him on a lot of those shows.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
that's what's up.
And it's just dope to be able to, like, after all this time, to just honestly just see each other doing well. More than the music.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And
I mean,
Erv too, you know, I've known Erv for mad long and stuff, so it's just like,
You just here in town to check out the show, Erv?
Yeah, I came to support my big bro, man, and get out the cave for a little bit, man.
Right.
Changing diapers and
Word.
babies and stuff.
Yeah, fatherhood, man. That's a beautiful thing, though. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Beautiful thing, though. So,
and with Wordsworth being a father as well, has being a parent, has that changed your style in any kind of way?
Yeah, like years ago, like for those that may know, some may know and some don't know, I don't curse. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
me neither.
I didn't think about that.
I don't curse.
You about to make me go back.
It feels like
go back for your whole catalog, man.
I don't curse. I haven't cursed since I did an EP with Punch, and that was like, I was just kind of still mad young at that time.
Right.
That was the first thing I did, but ever since then, none of my EMC albums, none of my solo albums, I just don't do it. And then, so it allows my kids, to get back to the question, my kids can listen to any album I've ever done.
Exactly, and I was going to say, it's also a testament to you being a school teacher as well. You know
Yeah. I just really just, what it was too was like, I wanted my parents to be able to listen to stuff. I wanted kind of everybody to just be able to listen to stuff. You know,
you don't want to leave out any,
just anybody. Like you can just
demographic. Yeah,
it's like we love the culture so much, and we want to share with our kids. But sometimes you feel like I can't play that song.
You can't give them.
But you can say that rapper's dope. But how can you really prove it if you can't play the song for you? So like, I really wanted that vibe. Like you can just throw my album in and ride, and your kids can listen to the whole thing.
Definitely. So here at Hip Hop Marvels, we normally ask, our guests, we ask them about their Hip Hop Marvel origin story. That meaning, how'd you get into hip hop, and if you're a Marvel or DC fan, we ain't gonna knock you. How'd you get into, Marvel or DC?
I'm a Marvel fan though.
That's what's up. That's what's
But
up.
I did have some DC comics though when I was younger. I still got comics at my mom's crib in New York. They sit in that closet. But I'm Marvel. I mean, I got into hip hop because I had an older sister.
Okay.
And seeing her, and I got an older cousin. So seeing them rap, and it made me just kind of follow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was really it. My older sister and my cousin. So then I just would go outside and just kind of mimic it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then that was really it. And then as I got older, I started like, it's wild because you almost don't know when you start to decipher what's lyrical and what's not.
What's not, yeah.
Because you're just a fan of the music. So we were talking about Candyman earlier. Like,
Word.
we knew there was a song we liked with Candyman, but I would never say he was mad lyrical.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but we knew there was a joint. So at some point, it was really me, I guess, listening to people say who was lyrical and then me gravitating towards G-rap.
Gotcha.
And then that was my standard. So I held myself, if I don't rhyme like
that.
as good as G-rap, then I'm not good.
Right.
So I just had something to kind of shoot for.
Okay.
And Erv, what's your origin story? What got you into hip hop and comics?
Oh man, hip hop.
And wait. Are you Marvel or DC? Team Marvel, Team DC. And see, I don't like to really put them against each other, but at the same time, we break it down a lot on this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Marvel fan because of the realism.
I was just talking about my man Puck from Alpha. Is it Alpha?
Alpha Flight?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
he's in the comic. If y'all know who Puck from Alpha Flight is,
you know your shit.
yeah, I say Marvel.
Okay.
And hip hop. Man, probably my philosophy video, BDP.
Man, listen.
Changed my life, man. And
I gave that testament on the show too as well. BDP is
East Coast to the West. I was just hooked for whatever it was, from Texas to Florida. I just loved the whole lingo of the culture.
Right.
And of course, Wild Style and Beat Street. And I was sold.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So, words. So you said you're in the Marvel.
Yeah, and I wanted to touch on that Marvel DC. It wasn't until I seen Dark Knight that I really started messing. I stopped messing with Marvel because of Dark Knight.
Oh,
wow!
Wait a minute.
That changed the game. If you look after any Marvel
change the game.
movie that came out after, they started being a little more serious. It wasn't jokey, started getting cut out.
You're right.
So Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises changed the tone of those movies a little bit. You got people a little more serious. Because before those Marvel movies was a lot of jokey joke. I was like too comedic for me. But movie-wise, I'm with that Dark Knight stuff though.
Okay.
But I like Infinity.
Yeah. So who would you consider your favorite hero or your favorite Marvel character that resembles yourself?
Wolverine. I like Wolverine. You know what I mean? Like, because he has the compassion, but then he also has the aggression.
Oh, don't get him pissed. That berserker rage.
I really haven't read the comics as heavy as that. I actually showed on my Instagram. I think I got Wolverine #3. I think I put that on my Instagram, the comic book.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got comic books on there that I posted. I got Spider-Man 73. I got a couple of things.
Okay.
What about you, Erv? Who's your favorite hero?
Who's your favorite?
Yeah.
Favorite? Damn.
It could be villain too.
Villain too?
Yeah.
I like Bishop for some reason.
Yeah, okay. Dope choice.
He just was a wild.
First he brought a Puck, now he's bringing a Bishop.
Yeah, he was just. I just like the wild fellas, man. So probably Bishop, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a favorite villain?
Bishop wasn't a villain, was he?
Nah,
he was like in between.
We started off as a villain.
Yeah, he started off as a villain.
And then changed after he joined the X-Men.
Favorite villain. The Blob.
Oh man, he named all.
He put all these obscure cats.
Yeah, but they all in the X-Men universe. So I take it that you're
the Blob.
You big in the X-Men.
He didn't really win no fights, but
right.
He was just there. Him and the frog guy thing. Right?
The Toad.
Toad.
Yeah. So, Champion Sound.
Yeah.
New joint.
Yep.
So how long did it take you to put it together? And
how did it come together?
How did it come together when you start the process?
Well, my man Pearl Gates.
Shout out to Pearl Gates.
Yeah, he's a solo artist, but he's been down with me and him. Me and him are actually in a separate group called The Idea,
Okay.
And the idea, we actually have a song called Reloaded, and it's been on TV. It's been Criminal Minds, NCIS. It's actually in a movie on Stars now called St. Judy. It's actually on Power this season, episode 2.
Okay.
So I met him in a group that's from Philly, and then he wound up doing the hook for the EMC Fly Thoughts.
Okay.
And then we went on tour, and then we clicked so much. It was like, yo, let's do an album. And then my man Quincey Tones is from the UK, produced the entire thing.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So it took us a little over a year.
A little over a year?
Yeah, a little over a year. And then I think it's probably my best album sonically to an extent, because having Gates with that dynamic of him having that current sound of singing and all that, and then being rap. And then the production has a lot of instrumentation on there, man. A lot of live instruments on there and singing. So
yeah, with him being from you said the UK?
It's from the UK.
With him being from the UK, how was that process as far as the production?
Well, Quincey Tones has done for Sean. He did Christopher Waller's joint with J Electronica and Puff. He did that.
Right.
He did man, if you look at this dude's track list,
yeah,
Royce,
I'm familiar, very familiar.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm very familiar.
So like, as far as knowing what to give dudes,
right?
You know what I mean? He has so many joints.
He has that ear, man.
He has the ear. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely had that ear.
And Erv, you're a producer. What you got going on right now?
Oh man, I'm working with Flea Lord with Griselda Records.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Cesar X got a project. Me and Big Bro got a EP coming too.
Yeah,
shot a video today,
yeah.
actually. I got an EP coming.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Maybe like 2 or 3, and then some instrumental albums. So I'm gonna be busy, man.
Erv got some bangers, y'all. I like when he makes the hard stuff, y'all. Y'all gotta hear that basic from the Hall of Justice. So does the Fortune.
Woo! That's a classic one right there.
Yo, let me tell you, this dude is one of my favorite producers, rapper, either one, both together. Like, I hear the joints.
Right.
I'm just like, yo. I'm always just like, yo, you need to do another one. Like, I'm just trying to like on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I'm excited
the
to
stuff
hear
he
that.
got is just dope.
I ain't never
The
put
bars
nothing
are
out,
crazy
so
and everything, man.
It's time to put something out now, before I go crazy.
Yeah.
Well, y'all know Erv is a Vietnam vet, so I done heard some of his stuff with the Black Watch and Character Assassins.
Got a compilation called Pull Up Shooters, kind of starring Black Watch.
Okay.
So, yeah, staying busy, man.
Definitely.
I wanna also shout. Earlier we shot some video stuff. Shout to Kazi.
Yeah. Kazi shot the video today. For
Yeah.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's
So
up.
I wanna
Shooter
big him up.
Makaz. Look out for Shooter Makaz.
Right.
That's the new moniker, huh?
Yes, sir.
Word up.
Words, I want to ask you about one of my favorite joints by you. It was the joint that you did with Last Emperor. It's Not Enough.
Oh yeah.
How did that come together? Because it sounded y'all were bouncing so well off one another. Were y'all actually together when y'all made that?
Yeah, we wrote that at in a beat miner's house.
Okay.
We were sitting at a table together writing it. We wrote most of it there, and then we was like, yo, we'll finish it separately. So I think the first verse we wrote right there at the kitchen table, right there, and then he went home and then we wrote the other parts. You know what I'm saying? But we wrote some of that together. You know, it's crazy because, you know, Emp is like a legend in his own right from doing joints. So me and him doing something, I was just amped. I was amped.
Yeah, that's another cat I would love to have on the show. I mean, you already know.
Yeah. He's on Instagram.
Yeah, you already know.
I think he does a podcast.
Oh, word?
Yeah, if you look on Instagram, he got a podcast.
What's up, man. Because I mean, like, that's like when I think of hip hop and Marvel, I think of Secret Wars, man. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's why that's on Hero, on Our World Today album.
Right.
When I came up with when I got the track from Sam Brown, which is also from Wilmington. He was trying to make it here tonight, didn't get a chance to make it.
Okay.
So that whole album is produced by somebody from North Carolina. Our World Today, Wilmington. Sam Brown. When he gave me that track, and I was thinking about the rhyme, I was like, I gotta get him. Because the Hero, and I was like, so I got him on that song, and it's like legendary for me to get him on that record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, that's.
And also your Mirror Music album. Why did you worked with Odyssey on some tracks on the original Mirror Music? What was the decision? How was the decision made to redo it with Odyssey doing everything?
That was just really the label and Odyssey coming up with doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When I first heard it, I was like, I wish I would have known. Like, it was going down like that.
Right.
But I guess when I spoke to him, it was more so like he didn't want no influence from me to make his version of it.
Right.
I wish I would have known more about it, because I would have changed some verses, because it's a remix album. I want to give people more, like, let me change this, give you a new verse, stuff like that. So that's how that went down. But, you know, it's dope for me because, like, Odyssey has taken off in its own right. Who knew? And that album, for me, when streams and stuff like that, that album comes up a lot on my streams. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a blessing for me. You know what I'm saying? Without even knowing.
Right.
And Erv, I want to ask you. You're also you're a hip hop parent.
Yeah.
Has that influenced your style of production or anything that you play around your children?
Yeah, a lot, man. Sometimes they can put me on to stuff or put me on a frequency that I may not be on.
Mm-hmm.
And
most definitely, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said before,
Real
you know,
time,
it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, being a
so
parent.
yeah, I say yes.
It's our greatest creations. You know?
Yeah.
Our greatest creations, man.
And Words, with you being on Lyricist Lounge, did you really realize how big that it would get? Just going from like the basic ciphers in the apartments and things like that to being basically in Hollywood.
Let me tell you.
Which we need back, by the way. I feel we need that right now.
Well, there's things happening.
Hey.
But like, how it came about was being in a room like this during the sessions filming for recording for the Lyricist Lounge album, the freestyle moments on the album.
Right.
And we were sitting there, and I was freestyling and teaching people how to rhyme, doing a tutorial video. And it got recorded. And this guy, Jake Septimus, took that video, and I came to his house. He's like, yo, I think this video could be a TV show. I was like, yeah, all right, well, hit me back when you think so. Like, I was mad, like, sarcastic, like, yeah, all right, well, let me know if you think it could be something. Next, like maybe a couple weeks later, yo, MTV wanted us to do a pilot. I was like, what? Because I brushed it off. It was just a freestyle. It's called a Professor. It's a videotape called a Professor of me teaching people how to rhyme. And it spread.
Is that like you can actually view that now, or is that like in a vault somewhere? Or
if I might have a copy, other people have it, but that's how the lounge show came.
Right.
And it was like Thursday, and everybody was in that room, and I started rhyming. They would ask me questions, raise hands, and I would answer in a rhyme, and that tape became the tape that got submitted
like
to MTV.
Yeah, pretty much.
About making a TV show.
That's crazy.
But it was so funny because when he told me about it, I was like, yeah, all right. Yo, hit me up. Yeah. Walked out the house like, yeah, all right. You know, like, and there you go. And then next thing you know, flew out, did the pilot. 2 days later, yo, we doing a TV show. I was like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's
very crazy, man. So, yeah, it's the Professor. I'll get the footage, but that's how the lounge got started.
That's
that
what's
show.
up.
That show.
That's what's up.
Another question about Lyricist Lounge. Did you see what Tracy Ellis Ross was going to become? Pretty much, that was my first time ever seeing her, even knowing who she was.
I actually learned from being around different people. I learned different things. See, she kind of had that business mindset already. Being, you know, she's in the game, her mom, parents, so she knew to think. She set her contract to be able to. She had a contract set up, and also she asked the network, could she do the pilot for Girlfriends while doing the lounge show. That's why Girlfriends comes out like about a season later. I didn't know to even think like that. Because I would have been like doing lounge show, but I'd have been doing auditions for movies. I'd have been all and out doing that. So I learned when you get in situations like that, how you negotiate and set your situation up to do other stuff. And that's what happened basically. All those type of things from LL doing movies and all that. That's why you got 360 deals now, because everybody, artists were able to take off and do TV and be like, I'm done with the music, and the label that built you to get the TV show is cut out.
Right.
So now they was like, all right, everybody becoming stars.
And they weren't making their money either.
Everybody becoming stars. So now in your contract, anything you do entertainment-wise, they get money. If you start a podcast, if you start anything you do, because now they don't know. They're going to roll it. They like, yo.
Rolling the dice,
that might pop off. We want that.
definitely.
You know, so But I wish I would have learned. I learned that from watching her do that type of situation. I was like, oh, see, I wish I knew that.
Is that something you've done, Erv? Have you scored movies, or that's something that you'd be interested in?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. I did a commercial, with the music behind the commercial, but I would love to score and get more behind the scenes.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets that sound out there and everything, man.
And the Dino 5.
Yeah.
The Dino 5. How did that come about? I mean, that's a collaboration with yourself, Prince Paul, Ladybug, Mecca.
Yeah, that was man, I did a lot of kid stuff with Prince Paul, man. So big up to Prince Paul for always drafting me for that stuff.
Shout out to Prince Paul.
It was an idea. The guy that wrote the script, I guess got in touch with Prince Paul to do it, and then Prince Paul got me, Scratch from the Roots, Charlie Tuna, Ladybug Mac, and we just went in the studio and we wrote that, and we did the whole album in maybe 4 days or something.
And I was so proud to buy it for my daughters.
We was writing that joint. Me and Charlie Tuna, we were staying in the same hotel, so we just went back the whole time. He just used to talk with me and him, just building. That's how me and him are super tight, because you spend days with somebody, and then you just in the same hotel, it's only y'all hang out. So me and him are super tight from just building from there. And it took about 4 days to kind of write and put it together.
That's what's up, man.
Okay. Do you still continue to see everyone from your Lyricist Lounge days? Baby Power, your former partner, Punchline, AL,
Master Fun.
I talk to everybody every day.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Okay. I talk to everybody every day. Talk to Power today. I got the group. Everybody do the WhatsApp. So I got a group with me, Power, Ace.
So you got a Lyricist Lounge, chat group or whatever.
Well, not a lounge chat group. Just I speak to the people from the lounge, but on separate occasions. But pretty much everybody, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I talk to everybody almost
So that's why he put that little bug out there a little bit,
Yeah. There's things that's kind of bubbling, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, because I feel we need it now, man. I want the youth to see it.
Yeah.
I want them to witness what we got to witness.
Yeah.
So I think it's real important.
I gotta ask my home team another question.
Yes, sir.
What is it like now? We're seeing more and more people being successful coming out of Fayetteville. Like yourself, J. Cole.
You gotta
Dennis
go
Smith
get
Jr.
it. Yeah. You gotta go out and get it. Ain't nobody gonna come to the Ville looking for us.
Right.
You gotta go out and make your mark in the market that makes sense for you.
Right.
Definitely.
And that's it. I go out, do what I gotta do, and then when I'm in the Ville, I'm dad.
Right.
I'm on it like that. So yeah, you gotta get out of here. You gotta go to know.
Right.
Or go to grow.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah. Was it any kind of shock, moving from spending the majority of your life in one spot and then going to a whole nother spot, even if it is just to make it and make things happen for yourself?
Early on, when I got out of high school, you go through the fanning phase when you meet your guys that you grew up listening to or seeing their videos, and you'll have like when I first met Sean P, I had 15 seconds of some fanned out, and then after that you figure out he's a regular person. He's a funny guy. He just loves to tell fucking jokes and shit. So yeah, man.
Definitely. Man, we surely appreciate it. You coming through.
Thanks for having
me,
man.
Coming through, man. Like I said, the show it turned out great. I told E, you know what I mean? It was a great turnout.
Yeah.
Everything came together well. All the MCs represented.
It was nice crowd, nice turnout.
Yeah, man.
The crowd participation.
Yeah.
I was excited. Have Erv in the building. I have one of my friends that's here that I've known since public school. Finster Bundy in here. He just came down. Down here. Cesar, everybody, man. When I do shows, man, it's you don't know next time you're gonna see somebody. So for me, it's just the love of dudes coming.
Right. Yeah, in that moment.
That moment for me, man.
Right.
I definitely got to ask you about your education aspect. You have your master's in music business.
Yeah.
You have your undergrad from SUNY.
Yeah, I got a master's in music business from the U. I got a master's in secondary education from Grand Canyon, and then I have a bachelor's in language arts.
And you were
Tunio
earning
Westbury.
these degrees while you're still rapping and performing and writing and recording.
Yeah, because I started teaching songwriting and charging people, right?
Mhm.
So I figured if I go get the masters, I could charge you more.
Okay.
And
That's
then-
a business
and then-
gym, y'all. That's a business gym.
And then I'm the fastest graduate from the U in that class. I graduated in 9 months.
Okay.
Give it up for that.
I was on it. I was that determined. Like I was on some like I did every class in the summer. I did 4 classes. I was so determined to get it done.
Yeah.
And then knowing what the paper would do for me. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like, and then after that, I just was like, just stayed in it because I just try to think forward with
Right.
all the other stuff I've done. Where do I go as far as an older artist as I start maturing with books, panels? Like I told Eternal, knowing that all of us here, you see how y'all here, Erv, everything. I said, man, I didn't know about the whole cipher thing like that. So I seen him post a picture about the cipher thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, you should have had a panel. Like a panel like this, just like this. Had a stage set up with the chairs. And had people come in the daytime. We did a panel on the game.
Word.
That would have been dope because we could just shed a lot of light on just the balance of being an artist and living everyday life for the business and production.
Yeah, drop some gems, you know.
All of that.
Yeah.
We could have did that.
Definitely.
So he said next time he probably do something like that. Cesar, we all could just be sitting there and just tell you the realities and have people come through just for that. I think that would be kind of dope.
Definitely.
Before the show.
Yeah, word.
And Erv, have you done anything educational wise? Work with any young people or in the schools or anything like that?
Yeah, I work with the kids back in the Ville. Had like a not like a program, but like a class on how to make beats on Reasons.
Okay.
And that's just for starters. We got some other things in the works though.
Okay, looking forward to that.
Definitely. But yeah, like I said, man, we appreciate y'all coming through.
Erv, thanks for having
It
us.
was good to have Erv here. Erv, I mean, we knew Words was coming, which was great, and then
this
Erv
is
was a
another,
surprise
like,
to us. I saw him out there, so I
moments
got to
right
have
here,
the home team.
Oh man, thank you,
Word
man.
up.
I'm blessed
You know
to
what
be
I'm
here.
saying?
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Word up. Yeah.
Comanche, I've been a fan of probably since the early 2000s.
Oh, word.
The first joint I heard of yours, somebody had it on the CD. It was Amnesia. From
Do you remember what version it was? Because there's 2 versions of that. Because the first version, I sound like me, because I did that song in 99.
Okay.
But the second version of that song, the first version of that song, I had the flu when I recorded that.
Right.
So I was doing bad.
It wasn't that. You sounded good, so I'm guessing it's the second version.
I don't know, man, because I probably sounded better with the flu than my normal speaking voice. So yeah.
Because I still remember the sample from the Mary J. Blige and the.
Now, did the beat did it change or did it stay that same mellow?
It stayed the same mellow.
That's the original. That's the one where I was sick. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it sounded pretty damn good with you being sick.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I'll never forget that. Good Lord.
And I know originally you started working with the son of Urel.
Yeah, I mean he's still part of the crew. It's just he stopped making beats.
Right.
Yeah. So he's just straight up an electrical engineer, like hardcore now. So him and Eccentric stopped. Eccentric might make beats, but Eccentric is a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so it just, out of that original beat team, it used to be Urel, Eccentric, Big Doe, and Ninth. And then Ninth out of that original group, The Planet, is the only one that continued to really keep making beats. And Ninth used to be the least sought after one.
Yeah.
But he just worked so hard and just kept building his craft and his brand until you know.
Because I told people I had heard of Urel and Eccentric before I'd even heard of Ninth.
Yeah.
I had heard of Urel through the Lower Thirds.
Right. Yep. Because he did some joints with them.
Yeah.
Wow, the Lower Thirds, you bringing me back. Yeah.
Shout out Omatati.
Yeah, Omatati. I looked up to the Lower Thirds, and I looked up to the. Do you remember the Jedi Squad?
Oh yeah, they were the DJ crew.
Yeah. Yep.
See, y'all
that
take
was
it.
Late 90s.
Yeah, these are all like
y'all are
NC
taking
groups,
me for a loop.
Dominion, yep.
Dark Government.
Yep, Dark Government. The Earth Movers.
Yeah, the Earth Movers. That's with Bishop in there.
Right.
Do you remember Clock the Vigor?
Clock the
and
Vigor.
The 18-wheelers?
I don't remember them.
We gotta talk about that, not on this.
I do remember. I still remember Raheem the cab driver.
Yes. Yep.
J Prophet.
And I remember, oh gosh, the cats from what's his name? Oh, light skinned dude with a deep voice.
You're not talking about Alpha Monto, are you?
No, not him. Beyond.
Yeah. I do remember Beyond.
Beyond Bionics.
Yeah, Bionics. Wow.
God, they naming some.
It was just a lot of
Ill
cats.
Rotten Intelligence.
Yeah. And then you remember Hazardous Records back in the day too.
That's Felicia.
Yeah.
Felicia. Yeah.
It was a lot of cats, man.
Yeah. What's the hip hop scene like in Maine?
It's good, man. There's New England, everything's so close together, so it's not just Maine, it's Maine to Boston. Boston's not that far from New York. I work with a lot of cats in New York, but Maine's dope. I mean, anywhere you go where there's people that love and respect hip hop, you're gonna find some good hip hop if they've been at it for a while, and that's kind of how it is. Cesar and them, they've been up there quite a handful of times now.
Yeah, I dig it up there. I love it. Yeah, man.
So that's how you guys connected, was during a show.
Yeah, was that your first time up there? Maybe it was you and Ghost Dog on the Building Bridges tour.
Yeah, the first time. That's when you met me. We met then. Yeah.
Because I don't think my first album was out yet at that point.
I don't think it was either. I don't remember.
So that was a while ago. That was I put that album out in May of 2016. So that was before then was when you guys came up. And,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's crazy because I never thought I would ever be in Maine in my life. Like I thought that was just one of those places that I would never.
Yeah, that's one of those places you don't even
feel that way about North Carolina.
You don't even think about
I'm
going to
love
Maine.
North Carolina.
What?
No, I mean as far as I never thought I'd ever be down here in North Carolina.
I guess I hadn't given it too much thought, but when last time I was down, we did. I was on tour with the Perceptionist, Mr. Left and Acrobatic, and we were in Raleigh. We did a show. Cesar hosted it. Locksmith was there with like a bunch of his people. It was at the what's it called? The Poorhouse. That was dope. And we hit Charlotte at Snug Harbor. That was crazy. That show was nuts. And where else did we go? We went to Asheville. And I had a good time at all places we went to.
Okay.
It got a little bit a little more real in once we got to South Carolina and right when we got past from Atlanta.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up.
We about to wrap up. Y'all about to kick us out.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. But
we appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all coming through.
Appreciate y'all too.
Hey, so you already know
we have to make a trip up there to Maine.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
See how y'all living up there in Maine.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
For sure. Appreciate y'all coming through.
Nah, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
We here at the aftermath of the Eternal Birthday Bash at Club Emerge, Raleigh, North Carolina. We got another special guest who really rocked tonight.
Oh, word, I did. Thank you.
Emcee Mallz, y'all.
What up, man? What's good with you?
I'm all right, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm tired.
Okay, we'll make it quick with you then. We'll make it quick.
Hey, it's all good, man. This is part of the job, man. I appreciate it.
So, this is a hip-hop / comic book podcast. Are you in the comics?
These are a few of my favorite things.
All right, who's your favorite hero and who's your favorite villain? First of all, which is better, Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say around 92, Image started getting my money.
Okay.
I said because I what drew me to comics was the art.
He come out of left field with that, y'all. It's kind of like the Democrats versus Republicans. He coming with the Green Party.
Green Party, exactly. Like, so Jim Lee was God to me. Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld with the no feet, like all them guys. Like, I followed the art. And so when they bolted and started Image, I was like, well, it's been real, Marvel.
Okay.
So yeah, like I was.
Well, you can always come home. You know that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm Team Marvel. I'm Team Marvel, but you know, because Jim Lee's on DC now, so
Image is the brainchild of Marvel, though. You know what I'm saying?
that is true. That is true for our generation. Yep, for our generation, they were the ones that brought Marvel up. So
okay,
it's still Team Marvel though, because what drew me to comics originally was it was a kid in one of my classes. I traded him a Charles Barkley card for Uncanny X-Men, I think 277.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It was torn up though, so on like you know, it was well read as they like to say.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, man, like comics is my thing.
Okay. And what got you into hip hop?
I'm in my late 30s. I honestly don't remember a time where I wasn't into hip hop because I have an older brother. He's 6 years older than me. So growing up, when I'm old enough to, forming memories and stuff, I'm remembering listening to Houdini, Run DMC, Beasties, world famous Supreme Team Show, like all those old school jams that get like the real old school jams, like I just remember hearing all those,
Right.
And so like it's always been a part of me. But then it was like around 88, where I was like, yo, this is it. There's nothing better than this. When I heard Ain't No Half Steppin',
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? I heard like Fight the Power and Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. And,
Okay.
like, man, like it was an obsession. From 88 on, it was an obsession.
And let's talk about your project, which is what hit me to you,
Okay.
Radioheads.
Yeah, man. That one actually came about, in a serendipitous way. Those are SAT words. So I also co-host the radio station with DJ Samps on WXDU.
Right. Shout out Samps,
Yeah.
WXDU 88.7.
Yes, sir. The Street Flavor Mix Show. And so Crystal Taylor, she was doing beat battles at the time for Retro Kids. And Steve Skyline won the battle. And part of the prize pack was an interview with Samps.
Correct.
On the radio station. So, Samps is doing the interview or whatever, and we go, playing music. And so, the mics are off, and Steve Skyline was just like, yo, Samps, you choose the samples, I make the beats, Mallz, we making an EP. I was like, for sure.
Okay, just that simple, huh?
Yeah, just like that. Like, hey, I ain't a hard man to please. Yeah. And so it took a while to, schedules to kind of line up and us to get the time and availability. But, I just started getting beats in my inbox. And, Samps was like, hey, man, I want to kind of A&R the record. And I was like, yeah, man, I'll let you do your thing. And the beats that he was like, I want you to pick the beats that you want to rhyme on. And so the beats that I picked were pretty much the same ones that he liked, too. So we got the beats picked out. I got my rhymes written, got a couple of features on it. We pressed it up, put it out there in the world, man.
That's what it is. Yeah, y'all, they kicking this out. So that's just a little sample of Mallz, but we're going to have Mallz on the show very soon. Y'all make sure y'all look out for him. And before you go, man, tell the people where they can reach you and where they can get your music.
Yo, Twitter is where you want to interact with me. Hit me up on Twitter at Mallz. That's Mallz. If you want my music, get it on Bandcamp. I really appreciate you getting it on Bandcamp. Mallz.bandcamp.com. That's Mallz. I'm on all streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? So if you gotta stream it, Apple Music, Tidal, all that stuff. Just search Mallz. Instagram at Mallzini, Mallzini. Facebook, if you must, is facebook.com/Mallzini, spelled Mallzini. Holla at me, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Word up.
This uplifting cinematic experience.
I've got something important to tell you, man.
The big story is...
Dig this and dig it deep.
What if I had the power to gather all of my favorite MCs with the illest comic book characters and they became arch enemies? Inconceivable, unbelievable, yet as wild as it seems, the Emperor and Stan Lee would coach the two opposing teams. Keep it clean, no bats, no gats, guns, or interference. Comic book characters would go head up with raw lyrics. Now I take whoever might be on break from doing tours and have them sign up for the last Emperor's secret war. Sure, for that kind of capacity, we need a crazy large arena that might stretch from West Philadelphia to East Medina. If I'm able, I'd put it on pay-per-view through my label and give free tickets to my neighborhood bums with no cable. Yeah, that sounds fat. Now that we've squared away the propositions, let's begin with the ultimate tough man competition. Set it off, it's the fight of the century. KRS and Professor X would battle each other mentally with rhymes. These two team captains waste no time. Charles Xavier tried to invade Chris Parker's mind. He shot a cerebral probe at Chris's mind, but he missed it. Professor X taken out by the Blastmaster's metaphysics. Round 2, new fight, word to life, you gotta see this. Locked in Mortal Kombat is Dr. Strange and the Genius. Yeah, son, he's no match, let that grafted wizard have it. My liquid sword slashes straight through Dr. Strange's magic. Another hero down, and now the score is 2-0. My words from the Genius, and he's still my rhyming hero. Now the next fight was conducted in a rough-like manner, specifically between Reggie Noble and Dr. David Banner. Or should I say the Incredible Hulk when he's amped off the gamma? But Reggie Noble soon became the Incredible Redman and slammed him. You know how Redman gets when his adrenaline starts pumping. Started skitzing in the ring, so then the Thing tried to jump in. Ben Grimm leaps into the ring, and after Redman he lunges, but Reggie Noble dropped him with 2 bricks and he punches. Rhymes by the bunches, bums get dirty in the Middle Eastern dungeons. Ready to set this like Detective Columbo in his hunches. While the refs clean out the ring, cause the last fight was so intense. Let's do a live interview with the brother named Common Sense. Yeah, it's Common Sense. A nice man tried to freeze me, so I took him to Chicago and told him to take it easy. You couldn't see me with my Applejack hat and high tops. Colossus and Cyclops, I got no idea why not. Look at Common Sense, yo, that last album was tight. Let me get back to the ring and evaluate the next fight. Now the next fight had to be the craziest of all times. We got Dr. Octopus
versus the mighty Buster.
Doc Ock versus Buster? Man, that stuff is dead. He'll get his 8 arms ripped off going up against the Dread.
Now Dr. Octopus, who you think you grabbing? The guard can never lose, so you know it will never happen. Lyrically making me sleepy, you'll need a nap when I slap you with my dreads. Lights out, you'll kiss the canvas.
Before my eyes, I see the demise of another superhero. Next up is Roscos versus Magneto. Now anything goes when Magneto battles foes, but Roscos had him shivering, delivering ultramagnetic blows. Magneto is now deceased, and a wise man said it best. The sun rises in the east, but they can still set it in the west. And with all these heroes down, Stan Lee refuses to surrender. He got stormed from the X-Men as if I couldn't match the gender. Stan Lee shouts,
Excelsior!
Yo, Stan, you best to chill.
There's no match for Storm.
I guess he's never heard of Lauryn Hill. Now we all know Storm controls the temperature and weather. Started running off at the lip, and El Boog was like, whatever. She just got home from tour, she's a bit too tired to spar, so she clocked Storm over the head with my man Wyclef's guitar. All silence has ceased, out of nowhere comes the beast versus J. Rue, the Damager, the Black Prophet from the east, releasing rhymes that will pound you into the ground. There'll be no round 2. Another victory for hip-hop by the dirty rotten scoundrel. Now the underground sewer system that lies deep below the ring is where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Das Effects do their thing. Leonardo and Donatello, they well know that we can do this, so kick it the crazy, hit them both with raw. So now Raphael and Michelangelo, those 2 other sewer brothers, book smacked them with the Das Effects logo, the manhole cover. Whether you're plant or animal, vegetable or miggity mineral, before you step to Das Effects, you best be hard like a criminal. Taking you back to ringside just when you thought it was over. The last battle was brought forth by G.I. Joe and Cobra. Mercenaries and soldiers, G.I. Joe was rolling thick, but I'll get the military of hip-hop, aka the boot camp clique. World War III for 98, in the wake of all these troops, I could see General Buckshot going toe-to-toe with Duke. Salute the captain for rapping, cause now we know who's hard. Catching wreck like stealing tech up against the Crimson Guard. Charging after you, smashing you, metaphorically bashing through the entire Joe team is OGC and Ruck the Irrational. Then all of a sudden I hear this real loud crack.
The military Punisher, Big Rock just broke Roadblock's back.
Adding insult to injury to Stan Lee and his team. We've got Weapon X from Canada, aka Wolverine. You know the routine, his claws can rip rappers for days. But here comes the Method Man, aka Johnny Blaze. Wolverine, you can't hang when Sakal does his thing. Paralyze you with the venom from the Method Man's fang. This is the final battle as the stratosphere gets darker. We got Nasir Jones versus Peter Parker. Nasty Nas, the halftime headringer versus the web slinger. Illmatic versus Radioactive in the rotten apple with a dead linger. He cursed the day that Spider ever bit him and gave him a copy of the second LP it was written. For all up and coming MCs, I've got a question. If I made a Secret Wars Part 2, would your name even be mentioned? Would you make the final cut? I make the nicest give their titles up, writing rhymes / fighting crimes like the Blue Falcon and Dino Mud. Stick around for the next battle / adventure. And if you see Stan Lee, tell him the last emperor sent ya.
Eternal shame, yeah. This for niggas steady hungry with hopes of getting this money. No time to be acting funny, the clock is forever ticking. Roads we travel are bumpy, you asking why am I grumpy? Just look at the fucking world that we live in. You can't get missing for talking out of your neck. No common sense or respect, no need for talent, but most deaf to know my reflection eternal. Lyrics I spit can burn you, so niggas grab on your thermals. If you the captain, I'm colonel, so know that my rank differs. Sick of you grimy niggas, so blind to the vivid picture. I'm here to lighten your fixture, you heard supply and demand. When I finish, you pay me, I'm birthing too many babies. You rappers are like my children and I prefer cash in hand. Tell me what is your stand? You focus on making friends, I'm focused on building brands with brothers who building grands. Only got a couple real ones who I could call in a jam. Orchestrating a stand that's formulating a plan to attacking these politicians for giving out false imprisonment. Sort of ironic, isn't it, how we submit to man? Swear I'm about to lose it, no fucking I already lost it. Then I suggest that you careful approach and proceed with caution, because I'm known to explode and I do it really quite often. So ask yourself, is it worth it for you to catch a coffin? Pick a color, any color, while I'm pressing many suckers. Spent my life ignoring trouble, but the problem steady doubled. And everything I'm spitting never been imaginary. How niggas can have your back and then become your adversary. When you tell me you gon' free me from the burdens that I carry, you best be willing to hold a few for me when life is scary. So step off, step off. Yeah. So many niggas see me. Press pause, press pause. They ain't know I carry force. Rep fall, rep fall. You know. But you niggas moving fast. I told you I'm about the cash and never settle for last. Step off, step off. Yeah. So many niggas see me. Press pause, press pause. You know. They ain't know I carry force. Rep fall, rep fall. But you niggas moving fast. I told you I'm about the cash and never settle for last.
Accepting these minds with the rhymes is how I free them. Morpheus from the orifice. If I reach in my teaching, some brothers they need preaching, the others they get negan. You can cry, you can blink, but I guarantee the screaming house running like propellers, cause they soften than Nutella. OG see me under black moons, I'm going helter-skelter. See my rhymes are interstellar, time traveling through dimensions. I excuse your pretensions.
6 years to comprehend this.
Literally, you should focus on your literacy. No child left behind, rappers with equivalency degrees. Got a queen named Kathy, turn this to a misery scene. The scythe heads told me sacrifice the weak MCs, and that's what I intend to do. These guys are pitiful, now surely swiping to the left of you, that's how she tended you. Whoever befriended you, now they gon' get it worse. Freeing the purest of their misery when I kick the first.
Step off, step off. Yeah. So many niggas see me. Press pause, press pause. They ain't know I carry force. Rep fall, rep fall. You know. But you niggas moving fast. I told you I'm about the cash and never settle for last. Step off, step off. Yeah. So many niggas see me. Press pause, press pause. You know. They ain't know I carry force. Rep fall, rep fall. But you niggas moving fast. I told you I'm about the cash and never settle for last.
Say what up? I told you.
Another dead rapper, gasping for oxygen when you witness the master. Peace, I hit the scene, you leaving after. If the weather's fair, watch me rip the microphone and dip like I was never there. It's a warning, leave my mic alone, cause bitch, I'm everywhere. I'm the present, all knowing, all seeing. Run up on your homies and your cronies in every crib you be in. Shutting down the block the whole weekend. I'm speaking real shit. Lady Tarzan with the bars and they want to deal with. Mazel tov to your demise, hope that Mars are pin lit. I'm trying to be a star and feed my fam the absolute dopest. You just a farce, rapping hopeless, and I think you know this. Trying to get rid of me, unfortunately, I'm the epitome of the most wanted and posted up inside the city. Man down, what a pity. You tried to come for the crown, your neck can't even hold a load now, cause we chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Chopping chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off. You gon' fuck around and be a dead rapper. I spit so hard, I spin his head backwards. Kill him with a verse, I ain't gotta clap him. Cremate him at the studio and leave his ashes. Nigga, this your motherfucking eulogy. Chicken scratch for your obituary, customary practices that I do with opponents. You chose your fate, playing with me, you gotta own it. So now you in the red zone like a running back. Ain't no coming back, get the axe like a lumberjack. Metaphors and similes for enemies. Enough posts to remember me through centuries. More bodies than a Voorhees trilogy. Stretched out like a centipede in that pine box. You rappers ain't shit to me, I mean that unequivocally. Rest in peace.
Chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Okay, I admit I'm a little off balance. Challenged mentally, chop his head off. Put him out his misery. To the flames we fought, we turned that shit round. We came, we saw, we burnt that shit down. And for that location, we throw slugs. How you a drug dealer? You don't even own your own drugs. It's the M.O.P. Known for popping that lead. Don't make me put a moon roof on the top of your head.
I'm trying to see what you niggas want with me. Got Fizzy roll with me, and I got this flow with me. Come on, get me. M.O.P. This our city, on the corner and on the board. Varsity, Brooklyn, warlords that march with me. We invite riders and reignite the fire. Fire! We make moves and take dudes into deep water. We defy slaughter.
Chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Chopping heads off. One by one, line them up, we chopping heads off.
Yeah.
Yo, aqueduct flows tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out their gold grills. Claps you like, oh well. Killers shoot the five by the wholesale. Live on air, know how it wholesale.
Drove expeditions on the road to perdition. Tortured soul, convictions, fortune told and predictions. My chosen decisions will put me on the road to collision. Good versus evil, a throne or a prison. In my son's life, I'm trying to play a bigger role, but lies about me from my baby mama, he keep getting told. School around the corner, sent some money to go get some clothes. She on Instagram, posting how she spent it on her toes. A horror how it is, my worst fears. My children die before me, going broken. Got a bar for my kids, dying with prime ministers. Rhyme literature, people waiting in line for my time to sign signatures. Book deals, my mind is aligned with crime sinisters. Put the product out online and find distributors. Now where I'm at in life, parted from the parasites, paradise, parent life, 2 kids and a Latin wife. From the promenade, see Manhattan, the elite in power built the Freedom Tower after Osama bombed. With rappers, never find a bar. Too many lanes, this game is full of more characters than Comic-Con.
Aqueduct flows tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out their gold grills. Claps you like, oh well. Killers shoot the five by the wholesale. Live on air, know how it wholesale. Aqueduct flows tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out their gold grills. Live on air, know how it wholesale. Proof is in the pudding, I'm good in an 86. Amazing when they said that I couldn't made it exist. They're raving for the flacco, skinny spitter with crack flows. Used to pray for the day when deposits became direct. Now I'm stepping out in the bathrobe, about the black hole. On the track while tracking sales for my trap phone. He flipping like an acro. Economics, you better be talking macro. Lump sums with interest, intellect, killer pack show. Doper than Chappell. This is rap affluence added to run the chapel. God told Adam, don't you ever eat the apple. A bitten one on my phone. Bad bitches wanna come home. Touch riches from transactions I know you wouldn't condone. Could you understand the man and judge my spirit on his own? I'm trying to make the devil walk 2 million miles from home and spit the shit that make the wicked bleed from out their dome. Poem Smithsonian, roam like Pontius. Pilot, I'm the pilot, fly thoughts rule my conscience. To know what type of zone he in, you gotta shun the nonsense. Resurrecting logic, I represent the prophets. Aqueduct flows tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out their gold grills. Clap you like, oh well, killers shoot the vibe by the wholesale. Live on air, know how it co-sell. Aqueduct flows tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out their gold grills. Live on air, know how it co-sell.
Hey yo, we speaking code. Landline, stay off the speakerphone. Reefer roll, spark up, inhale a deeper zone. Creatures roam, project searching for cheaper stones. Each his own. 9 to 5, a niggas keep the chrome. Nickel plated, dilated. I kept my eyes wide, dodging death. Every step stayed on my 9 lives. Pussy paper, politicking, keeping my mind fried. Niggas stuck on same corners, watching they time fly. Move according, always forward. Ain't no going back, risking freedom. I can see them, and they're rolling crack, smell of fumes. Empty pots can see the residue. It's Hell's Kitchen serving dishes for this revenue. It's monkey see, monkey do. So now we all ate, respect the money, but the power still a mandate. Can tell a real how they deal and how they handshake. We break night, broad day until we all drape.
Aqueduct flows tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out their gold grills. Clap you like, oh well, killers shoot the vibe by the wholesale. Live on air, know how it co-sell. Aqueduct flows tell the folk tales of toe tags for gold rails. Acting wild, coming out their gold grills. Live on air, know how it co-sell.